A few weeks ago, you were named the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year. Time asked you to define your year in one word, and you said historic. We can do better. We can give you 2 words to define your year. What would they be if you could do that?
2 words?
2 words.
That is hard. I would say, like, I don't know, life-changing maybe?
That's a great one. I think
really
And
that's
like, all in a good way. Like, I mean, things just change really fast. Like, as you guys know, like, that's just how the world works. And especially with social media, people see a lot of your life, but that's what makes it fun and why I've had so many cool opportunities too. So it's crazy, like looking back at a year ago today or around this time, like I was just beginning my senior year of college.
Imagine this. You've just finished college, proudly walking across the stage with your diploma, feeling unstoppable. But in a flash, you're thrown straight into the WNBA spotlight. For Joe Wilson, what seemed like a dream turned out to be a whirlwind she never expected.
Well, my goodness. Is it just me, or are WNBA players sort of full of themselves? Asia Wilson loves to do 2 things. 2 things. Play the victim and is completely delusional as well, I guess.
For Caitlin Clark, it's a completely different story. It's the dream she's always chased. 2 stars, 2 opposite perspectives. While a Joe Wilson vents about the grueling demands of what she calls the toughest schedule in American sports, spoiler, it's not. Caitlin is flipping the script. She's calling her rookie season life-changing and didn't hold back in a recent interview about her smooth transition from college to the pros. Her confidence is sparking comparisons and, frankly, putting a jar in the hot seat. So, is a jar justified in her complaints? Is Caitlin simply built for the spotlight? Or is a jar just not tough enough? Let's break it all down. Ready? Let's dive in.
Coming back, like, do you feel like as like professional athletes, you guys have like the most like stressful, like strenuous, like careers?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what's funny about professional sports? Everyone loves to claim they've got the toughest schedule, but Aja Wilson just took it to a whole new level. On a recent episode of Asterisk, the Roommates Show Asterisk, she made a statement so bold it left fans double-checking their calendars in disbelief. Aja confidently declared that the WNBA has the most grueling schedule in all of American professional sports. Yep, you heard that right.
I feel like for us, like, we don't have, our rookie orientation is not like anything too crazy. It's literally like, obviously like a day before the draft and you're sitting there and you're talking, but it's like we don't get to go work out for teams. We don't have a combine.
Before we unpack why Aja's comment is stirring the pot, let's take a quick glance at what other sports schedules look like. Major League Baseball. These players power through a staggering 162 games in just 6 months. That's nearly a game every single day, with the occasional doubleheader thrown in for good measure. Then we've got the NBA and NHL, each with 82 games packed into a similar time frame. That's a whole lot of action on the court and the ice.
Like, you literally go from college. I remember it was like, I went in, I got drafted. I literally did training camp and I came back to college just to walk, to graduate. And then I had to go play my first preseason game. Like, we don't have, like, you don't have time to even, like, I remember Jackie was just like, I had to get my draft dress in a matter of a day.
Now let's look at the WNBA. Their season spans 40 games over 4 to 5 months. That's less than half the NBA schedule and just a fraction of what MLB players endure. Yet, according to Aja, this is somehow the most grueling schedule in American sports.
And I'm just like, there's no way, one of the biggest nights of my life, I have to like be rushed. But you kind of have to, like, it's college, then you go right into training camp, and then if you play overseas, that's like late October maybe, depending on when your club wants you over. And then you're gone, like you're going. And then it's Olympic year, and you're going, and it's insane. So yeah, I would have to say our schedule is pretty crazy.
The world of women's basketball is buzzing, but not all for the right reasons. Aja Wilson, one of the league's top stars, recently sparked heated debates with her comments on the WNBA's demanding schedule and growing attention. Some fans didn't hold back, with one pointing out, NBA, 82 games, WNBA, 40 games. Another added, they literally play only 4 months a year. The internet quickly labeled her remarks as delusional. We had 6 players in the Olympics this year. That's half our roster gone. Other teams can train, rest, or even go on vacation. But for us, it was just chaos. Honestly, I'm surprised we accomplished what we did with all the distractions. Transitioning from college to the pros is tough. Ask any athlete. Fans were quick to note this challenge, especially for rookies coming off grueling college seasons. However, many pointed out that all professional athletes face similar adjustments. And that's where Caitlin Clark enters the conversation. Dubbed the WNBA's Golden Girl, Clark, in stark contrast to Wilson, has embraced the whirlwind transition with gratitude and grit. In her rookie year, Clark broke 62 records, earned Rookie of the Year honors, and made the All-WNBA first team, a feat not achieved in nearly 2 decades. Her response to the challenge is, yeah, the transition is tough. One moment you were in the national championship, the next, you're drafted, packed up, and in a new city with barely a week of training camp. But that's life, and everyone faces the same grind. No point in complaining, just embrace it. We got a month off during the season while others were at the Olympics. For me, it was a chance to recharge and bond with my teammates. Honestly, it was much needed after playing basketball non-stop for a year. While Wilson aired her grievances about the league's increased attention, calling it super annoying, Clark saw the spotlight as a chance to inspire. Women's basketball is finally getting the recognition it deserves. Sure, there's pressure, but that's part of the journey. Bringing joy to fans, especially young girls dreaming of their own futures, is what makes it all worth it. Clark's positivity hasn't just resonated with fans, it's transforming the league. Attendance is up, TV ratings are soaring, and her influence is driving merchandise sales. With endorsement deals from brands like Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm, Clark's star power is undeniable. Meanwhile, Wilson's mixed signals, complaining about the attention while acknowledging its overdue nature, have left fans scratching their heads. Some argue her attitude could hurt the league's image, likening it to inviting guests to a party and then grumbling about their presence. Clark's gratitude and hustle are winning over fans and reshaping the WNBA. Her approach stands in stark contrast to what some perceive as negativity from veterans like Wilson. As the league grows, the importance of embracing the spotlight becomes clear. Fans want stars who inspire, not complain. Teams thrive in environments fueled by positivity, not pressure. And if the WNBA wants to continue its upward trajectory, it's clear which type of player they'll look to as the face of their league. The future of women's basketball isn't about whining. It's about seizing the moment, leading with gratitude, and building a legacy that inspires generations. And right now, Caitlin Clark is leading the charge. 2025 is poised to be a pivotal year for the WNBA. The question is, which narrative will define it? The one of growing pains, or the one of unparalleled growth? Only time will tell.